everyone, welcome. I'm Amanda. If we've never met before, welcome. So today's flow is just going to be a power style flow, all levels. So take what works for you, leave what doesn't. Use props that support you in any way. We will work a little dancer into class today, so if you like to try and catch your foot various ways, make sure you have your towels, straps, or however else that becomes accessible for you. And then also props to sit on, bolsters, blocks, books for your hands, anything like that that supports you in your home practice. Make sure you have those available. We're actually going to get started in a standing forward fold today. So once you feel ready, let your feet come as wide as you'd like on your mat. Fold yourself down, put a big bend in the knees. Let the head be really heavy. And then either ragdoll, or if you have blocks, maybe on their tall side if you have two, or even one in the middle, you can let the forearms come down to them. And then just start to breathe. Let the eyes close. And just let the body melt and soften. So it's really, really the beginning of our practice here. So you might feel some tightness in the legs, the back, through the head, the shoulders, the neck. So finding anything that supports you in this fold. Maybe swaying a little side to side. And just finding heaviness. Take a few more breaths here on your own, drawing it in through the nose and right back out. And again, just seeing if you can drape the chest a little heavier on those thighs. Drawing the head a little closer towards the shin bones and the crown a little closer towards earth. And then as you feel ready from here, release those hands. And then start to slide them up the shins. Pull yourself up to a halfway lift. And then wave it back down. Keep the feet wide and then come up to stand. Arms reach to the sky. And then just let them wave down to your sides. So feet are maybe hip distance, maybe a little wider. Lift the shoulders up to the ears, roll them back. Do that again. Big breath in, shoulders up, shoulders back. One more inhale up, roll back. Go the other way. So actively push those shoulders back, squeeze them together, and then roll them forward. Big breath to push back. Empty, round forward. One more. Breathe in, roll back. And exhale forward. Arms reach back up to the sky. Bring the hands down through chest center. Let the thumbs connect to the heart. And then close the eyes. Take a moment here. Engage the quads. Maybe rock a little front to back on the feet, rooting down firmly. And if you set intentions for your practice, take the time to do that here. And then on your next breath, arms press right back up through the ceiling. And then out wide and fold down. You'll step your feet together and find that halfway lift. Press off the shin bones, flatten the back, scoop the belly up and in, pull the head away from the hips. And then work any of those kinks out of the back of the neck. So not trying to lift up, but neutral neck. So the cervical spine is long. One more. And then fold down. Put the hands on the earth and step the right foot back to a low lunge. You can be on earth or find those blocks, singular or both, depending on what you have. And then let the chest ripple forward, heart up. And then just chin to chest, round. Do that again, roll the heart open. And chin to chest, round. And one more, ripple open. Chin to chest, round. If you're on blocks, slide them back away. Drop that right knee, but drop it under the hip. Plant into this right hand. And then left leg long, left arm high, side plank, Vashisthasana. Look up at that left hand. If it's a lot to have this left leg lifted, just set it to earth. Rotate the right ribs under the left, and then maybe reach that arm long forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. One more. Stay. Left arm high. Square your chest back to earth. Pick the left leg up. Right leg comes under center, and then right arm long, spinal balance. Pull in through belly center, squeeze and stay. Take a breath. Empty. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Let that hand come down. Pull this left knee into the chest. Step it back up and outside the left pinky. And then maybe refine those blocks. Frame that foot. Curl the right toes. Come back to that low lunge. Heart forward. Take a breath. And then step back up to your fold. Feet touch. Block slide out of the way. Inhale halfway. Exhale, dive, head down. Circle and reach, come on up. Spill and dive, hinge. Again with a flat back, lengthen. Hands down in the left foot, steps back, low runner's lunge. Again, blocks, fingertips, whatever works. Roll that heart up. And then just chin to chest. Do that again. Pull up from the root, heart forward, breathe in. Chin to chest. Come back to neutral, remove those blocks. And then step that left knee under the hip. Left hand down, right arm, right leg, both send back and up. Reach, squeeze, lengthen. And again, always the option to put that right foot down. Lengthen through this right hand. And then arm over your ear. Breathe in. Breathe out. Let that arm come back up high. And then square off. Hand down. Leg pivot so toes face the earth. And then the left arm shoots forward. Breathe in. Breathe out. Squeeze the belly. Right shoulder over right wrist. Lengthen. Stay. One more. Hand down. Take a breath. Right knee up into the chest. Foot outside the pinky. Find those blocks if you like, or hands to earth. Frame the foot. Left heel lifts. Chest forward. Check in with this right knee. Make sure it's over the ankles. So that's anytime we're in a lunge. We don't want the knee poking past the toes. And then step up to that fold. Walk the feet a little wider again, and we'll spend a few moments here in Ragdoll. Just rinsing out, getting heavy. Stay put, breathe. Drain. Couple more. Last one down right where you are. Take a breath. And let it go. If the feet are not together, release the hands from your right jaw. Walk the feet together. Lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Circle and reach. Come on up. Spill and dive. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, right foot back. Blocks, no blocks, your choice. Heart forward, breathe in. Round and drop the knee, breathe out. Side plank, Vashisthasana, reach up, breathe in. Breathe out, arm over the ear. Inhale, send that arm out. Exhale, spinal balance. Reach, breathe. Hand down, knee to chest, foot through. Roll back open, pop that knee up from the back, look forward. And then step up to your fold. So we'll continue those connections. Halfway lift, flatten the spine. Fold heavy. Reach and rise, come on up. Spill and dive. Inhale, lengthen, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, hands down, the left foot steps back. Inhale, heart rolls open. Exhale, chin to chest, land the left knee to earth. Side plank, roll open, right arm high, reach. Arm over the ear, empty. Back up, lengthen. Hand down, breath out, spinal balance, left arm forward, reach it. Hand down, right knee in, set the foot. Roll the heart open, a low lunge, breathe, look up. Chin to chest, Uttanasana, forward fold, step up. Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. Exhale to fold. Circle and reach, breathe in, grow tall. Spill and dive. Inhale, halfway, we'll do that one more time through each side. Exhale, hands down, big step back, right leg. Chest up, breathe in. Knee down, breathe out. Right hand plants, open up, left leg long along with the arm, side plank. Arm over your ear, empty, look up to the sky for more. Circle that arm high, reach. Hand down, leg stays, and the right arm lifts, spinal balance. Take a breath in that pose. Hand down, left knee up and through, step it. Low runner's lunge, pop that right knee up, look forward. Belly in as you step up to a fold. Feet together, lengthen halfway. Exhale, head dives down. Reach and rise, come on up. Spill and hinge, empty. Breathe in, flat back, lengthen. Breathe out, hands down, and a big step back with the left leg. Chest rolls forward, crack the heart open, look up. Plant that knee empty. Spin into your side plank. Right arm rolls up, right leg kicks long. Squeeze that glute, and then right arm over your ear. Send that arm back up high, reach. Hand down, square the hip, big toe to earth. Spinal balance, reach long. Hand down, foot forward, empty. Lift the left knee up as you look up, low runner's lunge, heart forward. Step up to your fold, stay. Just a halfway lift. And then another ragdoll, hang. Breathe in. And breathe out. Filling up. Empty. One more here. Let it go. Release those hands. Feet walk together to touch, halfway up. And exhale, head dives down. Circle and reach, come on up. Have a seat, chair pose. Belly tucks in, squeeze the belly, tuck the tail under center. Plug the shoulders down, breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. One more. See if you can take that seat all the way to earth. When you get there, take your time, lift the legs. Navasana, boat pose. So shins are parallel to the sky, chest is lifted, shoulders are down. If you straighten the legs, that's yours to do as well. Arms long. Behind the knees is one step less, so a little more support. Hands on earth is even more support. So take the option that speaks to you. 2 more, breathe in. And breathe out. So we'll play with little baby hops today back to our chaturanga. If that does not work for you, don't do it. But if you'd like to play, we'll start with right ankle over left. Cross the ankles, tuck the heels in. You'll plant the feet down, plant your hands. And then pop up as high as you can. Take a breath, really pull up through your belly. And then see if you can unwind the feet back to your plank. Take a breath. If you prefer to drop your knees in your high plank, do so. Squeeze up through center, tuck the pelvis forward, slide the shoulders forward. And then exhale, lower, halfway or to earth. Flip the toes, scoop the heart up, take a big breath. And then exhale our first down dog. We'll stay here for a moment since it's our first, really spending some time getting into this shape. Heels down, hips up. Scoop the belly up and in. Tuck the rib cage towards the hip bones. Head is nice and heavy, but throat is open. So we're not tucking the chin, nor are we lifting the head. And the whole hand is grounded. Breathe in. And breathe out. Lift up through the tail. Lengthen through the spine. Press back. And then step the feet together to touch. Let that right leg come up hip height. You'll slide this left hand back just slightly. Drop the forearm. So try to square this right shoulder down. And then maybe stack that right leg up a little taller. Breathe in. Breathe out. 2 more. So even though we're opening the right hip, we're not trying to open the right shoulder. And that's a challenge with this forearm down. Take this right leg and let it join the left. Bring it back to earth. Keep the left arm and then let the right join it, dolphin. Check in with your elbows. They are still shoulder width side to side, so left to right. Palms are down. So if you look forward, your palms are just like they would be in down dog. Imagine the elbows hugging in, pressing up and back. Head is still heavy. Knees are soft. Hips are high. Take a breath. Stay. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Last one. Empty. So press into those palms. See if you can float the elbows up. Find your down dog and then rock it back forward to your high plank. Right knee down, turn open, left arm high, side plank. Lift up left leg, but catch the foot. So bend the knee, catch the foot, and then kick it into the hand. So typically in our side plank, we have the top of this foot. We'll change it today just to mimic what we'll do in a few moments standing. So turn your palm up, pinkies towards your left. So right above that left leg, the palm is up and the thumb is facing the same way as your foot. And then catch your ankle from the inside. And then see if you can pull that leg back and open the chest. And then look back to center or down to your right thumb. Breathe in. Breathe out. 1 more. Stay. Unwind that arm back up, high reach. And then hand comes back to earth. We'll find our way into that spinal balance again. Right arm long, left leg long. And then hand back down, table, all 4s. Cow pose, roll your heart open. And tuck and round, cat. Do that again, cow open. And cat. Keep your cat, take a breath, curl the toes. And then come back up to that dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Breathe in. Then breathe out. So you'll take your feet again to touch. Left leg just up to hip height to settle in. Right forearm. So we slide the fingers back a little bit, drop the forearm. So if you're looking forward, your fingers are a little more lined up with your left wrist, left to right, that is. And then the shoulders are square. You can stack open that left hip only if you'd like, or you can keep it square but pull down through this left upper body. Pull the rib cage up and towards the spine. Press the earth away. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. A little softness in that right knee. Stay for one more. And then let this left foot join the right, but keep the right arm down. Feet are about hip distance. Let the left forearm drop to join the right. Dolphin. Soften the knees. Pull the belly up and in. Press down through the forearms, but lift away from earth. From the chest, the head, the neck, the shoulders. Breathe deep. Drain out. One more. Stay. So press into the palms and then see if you can press the arms up in one motion to down dog. Breathe in. Breathe out. Pull forward, high plank. Shoulders over the wrist, and then the left knee drops. Turn it open, right arm high, right leg long. So we'll tuck that heel, we'll catch it the normal way. So you're on top of the ankle, the thumb is facing the knee. Kick back. Stay. Keep that heel tucked and then change it. So turn the palm up, thumb facing the way of your foot, and instead catch the ankle from the bottom. Take that heel, kick it back, big open through the side of the chest. Breathe in. And then maybe look down or look straight at the wall in front of you. Two more. Take a breath. Kick that foot into the hand. Pull it open. Empty. One more. Stay. Unwind. Arm high, leg long. Spinal balance. Hand down. Leg long, arm long on the opposite side. So left arm, right leg. Reach, breathe. All fours, table. Cow for your inhale, heart open. Cat for your exhale. Do that again, open. Empty, squeeze. Come back to neutral, curl the toe. And then lift the hips. Take a breath. Stay. So you are welcome to skip these, but we're adding just a few plank push-ups here. So on your next inhale, rock forward. And then exhale, chaturanga. Instead of flipping and lifting, press back up, breathe in. Down dog, scoop it back, breathe out. We'll do a couple more like that. Inhale, roll forward. And exhale, lower. Press up, breathe in. Press back, breathe out. No down dog these next two rounds. Inhale forward. Exhale lower. High plank, breathe in, stay. Low plank, breathe out, empty. Two more, press up, breathe in. Lower down, breathe out. And one more, press up. Empty, lower. To your up dog or your cobra, lift and roll forward. Down dog, hips high. Let the feet touch and the right leg circle up, breathe in. And then knee to nose, foot between the hands. Spin the back foot 45, and then come on up, warrior one. So check in, shoulders over waist, so we're not leaning. We're tucking the pelvis, pressing through this outside edge of the left foot, and then scooping the left hip around, and then sliding into that right knee. Squeeze your belly. Lift the arms to your degree of comfort and stay. Take a breath in. And let it drain out. Two more. Breathe deeply. Empty fully. Last one here. Stay. Let the palms touch. And then hands come into the heart. Straighten the right leg. Take a breath. Press the thumb knuckles to the sternum. Pull the chest forward. And then see if you can start to fold. Finding your way to pyramid. Folding, stopping about halfway, playing around here with some balance. And then if you feel ready, drop the hands. You might need to shorten your stance, and that's okay. So that's, if your left heel puffs up, you just walk it a little further forward. Pull the right hip up and back. And again, always that option to take blocks instead of earth. So remember, the blocks bring earth to you, so you can use those as well. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. One more. Let it go. Lift up through the chest, lengthen. And then rebend that right knee. Step the left knee to the right, tuck the heel. And then see if you can fold in half. Stay here. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Let the left foot join the right, forward fold. Halfway long, take an in-breath. Fold down, empty. Circle and reach, come on up. Chair pose, have a seat. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Sink all the way back to earth. Navasana, boat pose. Lift those legs and hold. Flex the feet, shins parallel to the sky. Shoulders down, chest up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two more in our boat. Remember, you can tuck your hands always. You can always set them on earth. And then it's left over right this time. So cross the ankles, tuck them tight. So pull the knees tight up into the chest. Tuck the heels. You'll land on the tops of the feet. So you'll curl the feet in, tuck them down, hands plant as you roll over. And then press up, take a breath, squeeze your belly. And then see if you can hop the legs slightly back. Pull forward. Chaturanga, empty. Flip and lift. Breathe in, open. Breathe out, downward facing dog. Breath in to stay. And breath out. So let those feet sink down. Left leg circles up, reach up. And then knee to chest, foot through hands. Setting up warrior one. Come on up when you're ready. Square the hips. Shoulders over waist. Deep bend in that front knee. Press to the pinky edge side. So pull this right hip around. Pull the belly back. Squeeze through center. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. Drain out. One more just to stay. Maybe the fingers interlace. Press the shoulders down into their sockets. Pull that left leg back straight. Pull the hands to your chest. So really square the hips. Lift up out. So you want to hinge from the hip bones with a nice flat spine. So we're not trying to round the heart down, but we want to think of lifting. So lifting the ribs off and then pulling them forward with a nice flat spine. Thumbs press into the chest. Pull the right hip down. Breathe in. And then keep folding. Hands release as you're ready. Breathe out. Pyramid. Partial Tanasana. And in your pyramid, if your back heel's lifted, just step it up a little bit. Breathe deep. Fold heavy. Draw the chest towards that thigh. Forehead towards the shin. Crown towards the top of the foot. One more to stay. And let it go. Rebend the knee, lift the chest. And then step the right knee up to the left, but tuck the heel towards your glutes. So squeeze your thighs, drop your head heavy, forward fold with a lifted right heel. Breathe in. Breathe out. So just see if that stretch changes in the left leg. One more. Forward fold, empty. Halfway long, take a breath, lengthen. Fold in half. Circle and reach, come on up. Chair pose, have a seat, breathe in. Sit it all the way down, Navasana, boat pose. Lift the legs, take a breath. Hold. Breathe in. Breathe out. One more. Right over left, tuck the heels, plant down, pop up, take an in-breath, press away, and then exhale, unwind. Fill up, pull forward. Exhale, chaturanga. Up and open, chest lifts. Exhale, hips high. Right leg circles, reach. Right knee through center, land the foot. Warrior one, come on up, reach. Settle. Palms touch, breathe in. Hands to heart, breathe out. Square the chest, take an inhale, get length. And then fold in half. Pyramid. Breathe in to stay. Breathe out to fold. On your inhale, lengthen. Bend the knee, exhale, step forward, knee to knee, heel high. Drop the chest, head hangs, breathe in, kick your heel towards your glute. Tuck the head. Last one. Left foot to right. We'll do that series one more time. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, fold. Circle and reach. Grow tall. Chair, have a seat. Breath in. To the earth. Breath out. Navasana, lift the leg. Stay. 2 to hold. Breathe in. And breathe out. And one more. Empty. Last time to play with this little hop back. So left over right, tuck the heels, roll it forward, plant the hands, take a breath, pop up, exhale, unwind. Forward on the in-breath, chaturanga, exhale. Heart up and open, glutes squeeze. Exhale, downward facing dog. Circle left, reach it. Knee to nose, foot through hands. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana, come on up. Settle on your exhale. Straighten the leg, palms touch, hands to heart. Scoop the belly, breathe in. Fold. When you get to your pyramid, stay. Take a breath. Empty. Soften the shoulders, one more. Stay. Bend the knee, step up, right knee to left, head heavy, heel towards right glute. So kick that heel up, soften the chest down, take a breath, stay. One more. Forward fold, let that foot come out wide. And again, we'll find a ragdoll. Right elbow to left, left into right, head heavy, hang. Stay in your fold. Let the head drop. Take your time. Melt, rinse out. And then as you feel ready, step the feet back enough to drop the knees. We'll take a few moments in child's pose, just settling in. Drop the head and chest down, knees wide, big toes may touch, and a block or any other support under the body as it suits you. If you turned your head, go ahead and flip it to the other side. Slowly come back to center. Find your way up to a table. And then into down dog just briefly. When you get to your down dog, let your feet come out as wide as your mat. Let the heels turn in, the toes out, and then walk yourself back. Lengthen off the shin bones. And then bend the knees, elbows to the knees, Malasana, Buddha squat. So blocks and props underneath the hips if this is not super comfortable. Just a little bit of time here before we work into our dancer. So just working a little space into the hips here, belly in. Pull up from your root. So even though we're opening through the base of the hip crease and the inner hips, we still want to support our center and support our body by engaging those root muscles and our support from the bottom. So pull up from the root, lift up from the sternum and the top of the chest. So still lifting instead of sinking and collapsing. So we want length in the neck, the shoulder. The elbows are the little pressure tool that allow us to provide ourselves an assist here. So use your elbows to roll the knees out. The thumb connection to the heart also helps with that space. And then make sure the ankles are supported so the whole foot is flat, not lifting the outside edge or anything. So the whole foot roots down. And then see if you can let the chin find level space to earth so it's not tucked or lifted. Crown is pulling up to the sky as if there was a little string connected, kind of drawing you out of space and into the ceiling. Let the eyes soften. Take 5 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Fill up. Empty. 2 more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Hands release. Hips lift and then shift the hips side to side, just sort of rinsing out that space. We'll come back into that shape in a little bit again. And from here, you just toe heel your feet together to touch. If you like to use a strap for dancer, make sure it's available for you. And then let the hands drape behind the head just to roll you up nice and slowly. And then when you get to the top, that mountain pose. So I'll face forward for a few and then I'll turn sideways so you can see that view as well. So from your mountain, so my strap that I like to use already has loops made to it. So each little section has its own loops. If you're using a strap that does not have those, you can use it in just the regular connection where you'd loop it around, or you can loop through those buckles and make the same sort of little loop that'll connect over your foot. So that's an option. So we'll let our hands find our hips and we'll root down through this left leg really firmly. Pull the right knee up. Again, right palm turns out, but the palm is up and the thumb is behind you. So you're grabbing the inside of the ankle. If you're taking the outside of the ankle that way, there's really not a lot of range of motion in the shoulder when you go to kick out and kick back. And by being on top of the ankle, the tendency is to pull the leg out. So inside the ankle, so the palm is up and the thumb is back. And if you do that, you should feel that your shoulder has the complete ability to circle around. And that's what we're looking for. So we want full range of motion through the shoulder, grab the ankle. And then the thumb, I wrap mine around my ankle, but just to check, make sure it's kind of in the right spot, it can be on the instep of the foot. And then you'll bring your knees back together to touch. And then as you're ready, you'll kick this leg out and pull up, and this left arm comes forward. Now, if you are using a strap instead, that strap will go over either the foot or the ankle, and either right hand can take it, or you actually can take it with both. Eventually, you'll go up and over the head this way, same thing because of the shoulder rotation. And if you're just working that start connection, you can start with hands behind, or same thing, thumb back, right hand has that strap, and you pull up from the strap with the left arm forward. The last option, and this is if you're looping, you would loop that strap over your foot, and then you can pull the strap up behind the head and actually start to pull your foot up towards your crown. So you can really kick it and lift it up that way. So whatever you're working with, go ahead and find that connection. So I'll show you the ankle grab today on my right side. So I'm inside my ankle, my thumb is facing back, my belly's in, I bring my knees back together to touch, and then I let my left arm lift. And this might be where you stay. Glue those knees together. If you feel you'd like more, you'll actually kick the foot into the hands. You should feel some tension pull down as you reach up. And then the leg and the left arm move together. So left hand draws you forward, right hand draws you back. So like a little lever. Check in with this left hip bone, it still faces earth. Softness in this left knee, but still lifting out of it. And then really reaching the left arm forward. So as you reach, and if you fall, you fall. But as you reach this left arm forward, that's sort of your dynamic tension. So it's pulling as the right leg is kicking. And then you find a drishti and keep your breath moving. Pull up, reach forward, belly in, lift up, reach forward. 2 more, take a breath. Empty. 1 more. Stay. Now to exit, we try to do it the same way. So we take that lever, we re-tilt it back, we bring the knees to touch, we lengthen, and then unwind, come back to prayer. Maybe back to mountain. Settle. Breathe. So on side 2, same things. You have straps and no straps. Left palm up, thumb back. And then as you catch the foot, it's from the inside of the ankle. Again, same thing. If your thumb is out, you should be able to feel your arm come all the way up around. So if you find that space, you know your hands in the right direction. Once you have your ankle, you bring your knees together and you'll kick back. On this side, I'll show you the single loop around the foot. So the same action, other than the fact that I have a strap instead of my foot, but my hands are the lever. So as I kick back, I pull with my hands. So it's a kick back and a pull and a hinge. Kick back and a pull. And the nice thing with a strap like this is these little other loops I can use to stick my hands into to really sort of pull and lift and maybe look up. And if you're using the strap, you can kind of start to walk your hands back and continue to reach for that foot. And maybe you find it, maybe you don't. Maybe you keep kicking and hinging and breathing. Stay for 2 more. Breathe in and out. 1 more. Stay. If you have that strap, you just kind of let it unhinge. The knees come back to touch. Let that foot unwind from your strap back to your mountain, Tadasana. You can set your strap aside. Let the feet come out a little wider. Again, we'll take those shoulder rolls. So roll up, front and back. So just your own little circles, 3 one way and 3 the other. And then arms up. Hands to prayer, walk your feet out again, edges of the mat, heels turn in, toes turn out, and then sit down into that Buddha squat. Tailbone down, heart up, stay. Take a breath, and empty. So we'll do 1 more Buddha squat after this. On that 3rd one, I'll give you the option to play with crow. But being that we're leveraging this as our hip opener, stay here for a little bit longer in this round, and then we'll play in our last round. So again, keep drawing the crown up, rooting down through the feet, but pulling out from the root. Let the eyes in your drishti soften. So drishti is your point of gaze, or whatever that is that you look through and out into space. not ignoring what's in front of you, but just kind of looking right past and through it. So finding that focus without adding the distraction. So not necessarily caring what it is we're looking at, but just sort of looking into and through it. We'll stay here for another 5 breaths. Again, option to use a block or not. Bolsters, pillows, anything that suits you. Hands to earth, hips back up as you feel ready. And again, swaying side to side. And then setting up for our last one here, heels in, again, toes out. Build some length to really roll nice and long, and then bend those knees, elbows come to them, heels down, chest up. Thumbs to sternum. We'll stay for at least 5 breaths. I'll walk you through crow shortly if that's for you today. And if it's not, you'll stay here in your malasana. So if you're working through crow, some of you might just put your hands down and keep the knees outside the arms. And you can do that. I like to try to wrap my knees inside so they're behind my triceps. And the reason for that is it gives you, that one's actually a little bit more of a challenging crow, but it gives you more options for connections later. So I like to lift my hips and turn my toes back forward. And then instead of letting the knees rest outside my triceps, I keep them on the very backs of my triceps. So coming up onto tippy toes, knees to my armpits as tight as I can. And sometimes people ask me, they say this really hurts my arms. And that can be true because your knees are connected. But what you want to think about is actually really not trying to drive the legs into the arms, but instead lifting away. So that connection with the knees and the arms is really light. So you roll forward and connect, but you shouldn't be dumping your weight onto your arms. You should be really thinking about lifting up through your roots. So pull up one toe, maybe pull up a second, and then see if you can push away from earth. So squeeze the belly, look forward, and stay light. So you shouldn't really feel the knees digging into the triceps. You should feel them trying to lift off the arms as you find your crow. Take a breath in. Stay. Continue to play. If you connect headstands, and again, this is only if it's part of your practice and it's safe, you start to bend the elbows, and instead of looking forward, look down. Let your forehead connect to earth, bring those toes back together. So here we want to let the legs lift as if they were singular. So we're not trying to let momentum bring them up to the sky, but instead, same. Think of them being as really light on the arms. Take a full breath. And then bring the knees together. Once they're there, keep the elbows wrapping in. And then let them lift up to the sky. Flex through the feet, squeeze your glutes, hug those elbows. Stay here. Breathe in. And breathe out. So you can play through this as long as you like. When you feel ready to come down, heels to glutes. Slowly knees to chest. See if you can get them back to the triceps. And then you can either come back up through your crow, or you can just set your feet down back far enough that you find back through your child's pose. If you're still in that malasana, you'll meet us in child's pose. If you're playing through any type of chaturanga space, I'll walk you through that very quickly. So if you were back in your crow pose, you'll pull your belly up and in. Same thing. Think of really lifting away. Take a full breath. And then as you exhale, you'll shoot your legs back and land in low plank. Roll up through an up dog. And then again, back through a down dog maybe. Or straight into that child's pose. We'll all meet there as you're ready. Take your time. Turn the other ear down. And then as you feel ready, come up through your table, cross your ankles, have a seat. And then we'll stretch the legs out long forward. Since we might have a strap or a towel today, we'll loop that around the feet. And we'll just really pull ourselves long. So elbows in, flat back, press and pull yourself. So see if you can just notice as you press the feet and pull back on that strap, sort of what you feel the belly doing. Really lengthen through your crown. And then draw yourself down. And then you can inch your hands towards that strap to pull yourself a little heavier. Lift your chest, keep that strap, lengthen it, and then see if you can, if you use a block before we actually go down, make sure your block is sort of back towards the back edge of your mat. But then hold on to that strap. Again, it's fully around the feet, and then see if you can, with control, start to lay down. Press the feet into that strap, press the heels down, use your belly. And then when you get to earth, keep that strap in the right leg, draw it up to the sky, and pull it down towards you over your shoulder. If you have both hands on that strap, you can actually take them up and over your head. Press down through this left leg. And then let that right leg release down. Switch and tuck the left leg into that strap. Unwind the right. And again, bring it back up. So you can hold the strap and just actively pull the leg. Or you can take your hands kind of to the edges and then let your hands find earth or reach overhead. Flex the foot up into that strap so it doesn't get lost or shoot off the foot, and press down through the right leg. And then again, slowly release this time, unwind that strap, hug both knees into chest, and then knees to the right, look to your left. Supine twist. Right hand can come to the knees. Come back up to center. And then go to the left. Back up through center. Give yourself a hug. Knees to nose, chin to chest. And then feet to earth, hands by your sides. Press down through the shoulders and the feet. Take a breath and then roll up into your bridge pose. You can either stay in your bridge here or take your block on any height and tuck it under. If you have your block tucked under and you put it long-wise, you might still be able to get your hands underneath the spine a little bit more and wrap the pinkies down to earth. If you prefer wheel and it's part of your practice, you can go there. Deep belly breath, so really fill up the abdomen with fresh air, with fresh prana, with fresh energy. Use that breath to calm the mind, to calm the heart. So sometimes it seems like when we take these challenging poses that we would be doing the opposite, right? We would be activating that fear response. But that's the challenge. So we put ourselves in some unique shapes, crow being one of them. But we see if we can find calmness within. So while we are in that shape, balancing on just our hands and fingertips, if we can find that collected deep breath that pulls in calm energy, calm space, keeps the nervous system calm, keeps the mind clear. And that's really what we're working on in all of these shapes, is that breath and mind and body connection. If you're in wheel, come out slowly, chin to chest. We'll find our way into an inversion. I'll walk you through a restorative option, so hips on a block, feet straight up to the sky. If shoulder stand is more for you today and you have no issues with the head, the back, the neck, and the shoulders, feel free. Or anything else on your head, we worked a little option through headstand earlier. But whatever suits you, as long as it's safe for you. So one of the challenges I've found as an instructor with online classes is I don't know my audience. I know some of the faces who I can see tuning in, but I don't know everyone's personal journey or practice. So I have to trust that you will take your practice to the level that speaks to you today. And that goes for all of us. Every day is different, and we really have to assess in that present space, is this a safe and appropriate option? So as you go through your practice on your mat, but also your daily journey, ask yourself those questions. Am I here with purpose? What is my intention? Am I moving through this space safely for me? In this moment, in this time, today. And in whatever inversion you took, a couple more moments to breathe and just really let the body reset, letting it drain all of those fluids back to the center of the chest, center heart, mid-body for the body's natural cleansing and detoxification process. So moving around helps get those fluids kind of going throughout all of the limbs, and then we let it come back to the largest centers, the heart and the lymph nodes that are in the mid-body, to be cleaned and cleared out. As you feel ready, find your way back to earth, so feet down, hips off any remaining props. And then soles of the feet together, knees open like a book, one hand to belly, one to heart. We'll be staying right here for Shavasana today, so if that does not speak to you, You are welcome to pass through here, so stay for a breath or two and then kick out to your traditional Shavasana. If you're comfortable staying, just start to unwind into that silence, that stillness, that quiet space. Softening the jaw, the face, letting the eyes close and find heaviness. Slowly starting to invite some movement to return to you. Wiggling fingers and toes, drawing the knees into the chest, removing any remaining props you may still be using. And then sliding off onto a side of your choosing for just another moment here. Always choose to look inward before outward. Know yourself first. Trust your intuition, that voice, that gut speaking. It tells you things and you just need to listen. Sometimes its voice is louder and softer, other times, but it will always speak to you as you go. So trust you first. Resist the urge to get your validation from the surroundings and the world around you. For you know what is safe and good for you. You know where your space is and where you are going. And you are the only one that can execute on the dreams of your choosing. Yes, you may have support and love along the way, but the drive alone comes from you. So look inward before outward. Trust yourself always. For it is the only person, the only thing that truly knows you. Listen to it. As you find your way to a seat, slowly press the thumbs and palms to touch. Draw the thumb knuckles into the heart. Take notice in that breath and that beat. That energy from within. It is yours and yours alone. So take it, nourish it, love it, and then share outward. As you feel ready, thumbs draw to your third eye. I thank you for sharing your practice and your journey with me today. The light in my heart honors and greets the light in yours. Namaste. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I hope you had a great practice. I look forward to sharing these with you in the ongoing future. Tuesdays I am at Yoga Flow on site at 5:30 in Aspinwall. Wednesdays at Rival. It is out of Park in Shaler. It's called Ellen Hughes Park, and that is actually a bar class. Being that we're outside and socially distanced, we use chairs for our bar. You bring your own hand weights if you want. We do have some that you can borrow, and then we spray them and clean that all down before we head out for the night. But check it out. All that information's online. So it's through Rival Yoga and their Pittsburgh pop-up yoga program. So if you're looking for something a little different, that is on Wednesdays at 5:30. And then again, yoga on Tuesdays at Yoga Flow, same thing, 5:30. Again, I'll continue to post online. I'm actually working on my own 500 hours. And that next round kicks off online for me starting on the 3rd. So you might see a few less videos the month of August because I do have a lot going on. I have my regular corporate America day job and then online learning, which is not my favorite thing, but I guess that's where we are in the universe these days. And then obviously the classes that I already teach Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So I'll try to continue to put out at least one video a week for you, maybe two if I can get to it. And stay safe, stay well, and we'll be in touch. If you have feedback, questions, comments, put it out there. See you guys later. Namaste.